Welcome to the Brian Murray Show, a real estate show, New Jersey style. Today's discussion point is resolutions. It's that time of the year where people make resolutions. And resolutions are really about habits, not about goals. There's a difference. A goal is like, hey, I'm going to lose 30 pounds this year. A resolution is more about the habits to get you there, saying, I'm going to get up at 5:30 every morning. I'm going to work out for 30 minutes. I'm going to track my progress. Those are resolutions versus goals. And how do you turn those resolutions into goals, and how do you make sure that you're getting up every morning at 5:30 and you're actually going to the gym and you're actually writing it down? Because you can start off with a little bit of motivation to get you started, and that typically runs out for most people right around this time of the year, first couple of weeks in January, and then you're done, and that went by the wayside. They do say that it takes about 21 days to form a habit. So put your head down and go 30, 35 days before you even look up and say, is this a habit or is it not a habit? Just commit to yourself for 30 to 35 days. It's very important, if you're going to continue for the long term, to have accountability. So I recommend a couple of things. One, tell everyone what your goals are. Post it on your social media. Tell your friends, tell your family, hey, my goal is I'm going to lose 40 pounds in 2020. Tell everybody. And then, get a partner. Get somebody who's out there with you that's going to go to the gym with you every morning at 5:30 in the morning. Last year that worked out really well for my accountability partner, because I didn't have quite as much accountability as he did, but we started every morning at 5:30 in the morning, and at the end of the year, he lost 35 pounds and was now going to the gym every day, and I'm still struggling because he kept going, and I was a bad accountability partner for him later on. But at least I did help him get started. So the big two things with resolutions are tell everyone, and then secondly, have an accountability partner. And then third, track it. Track and measure it. It might not seem like you're making progress, but when you track it and measure it, you can see even small incremental progress is progress. And just understand that not every day, every week, every month, you're going to see huge gains, but just small improvement. And some days you're going to have a setback. Some days there's going to be a party or a wedding or something you're going to have to go to. And if your goal is to lose a bunch of weight, you might have to have that piece of wedding cake or that extra meal or whatever it is, and then you're going to pay for it. So track it, understand, because then when you're sitting there and you're tracking it, you're going to understand the first time you do it, wow, I had that piece of wedding cake and I ate a lot at the wedding and I gained 4 pounds that weekend. Maybe the next wedding, you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to dial that back and maybe only be 2 pounds, because it's going to take me a week to lose 2 pounds and 2 weeks to get back with those 4 pounds. So that's my recommendation for resolutions. Share yours with me. I'm happy to be your virtual accountability partner. If you want to tell me your goals, I'll call you up every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, say, hey, Joe, wake up, get to the gym. Hey, Joe, did you go to the gym today? Hey, Joe, get your lazy butt to the gym. That's me. Three issues again with the resolutions. 1, have an accountability partner. 2, tell everyone. 3, track it. That's today's discussion point. Today's hot topic is the 2019 Hoboken real estate market in review and what's the road ahead. So there's 3 big takeaways from 2019 in the Hoboken market. 1, prices are down a little bit, 3.1% over 2018. I think you'll see at the end of 2019, prices definitely did rebound. But overall in the year, 3.1% market correction. Secondly, volume was down about 50 condos, about 8% volume down. And then the third big thing is that all of that volume volume loss was in the 1-bedroom market. The 2-bedroom and the 3-bedroom markets were relatively flat when it came to volume. It really was impacted mainly in the 1-bedroom market. When you look at the average days on market, the 1-bedroom market was about 40 days on market, and the 3-bedroom market, which you would think might be a little bit longer because they're bigger price points, was only 45 days on market. So the big loser, I would say, in this whole market correction would be the 1-bedroom market because of the volume. And the 2 and the 3-bedroom markets, the prices were down in each segment, but the volume was still strong. So, and it's hard to compare apples to apples over those 2 markets because the inventory and the types of property vary from year to year, and the prices will also vary from year to year to push the average sale price this way or that way. But so those are the big 3 takeaways from the market. Again, prices were down, the volume was down, but it was also only down really in the 1-bedroom market. So is this the bottom? Where are we going from here? There are a few factors that bode well for the Hoboken housing market. One is the economy is strong. Jobs are still strong. The overall New York market, at least in the below $3 million market, is still strong, which has a trickle-down effect to Hoboken being still strong. Interest rates have stabilized, and they're very low, historically low. So the value, the cost of ownership is still very low in comparison. Third, there were a lot of buyers that might have delayed their purchase over the past year because of the interest rates and some other external factors that were going on that caused some delays. Once the market dropped at the end of 2018, everybody kind of took a breath and was like trying to figure it out. And so buyers can delay, but they can't delay forever, 6 months to 12 months. And you're starting to see that with those buyers that put it off last year, hoping that the prices would come down some more, have really not seen that, and now they're coming back into the market. Fourthly, rents are rising. That makes the value of ownership higher, especially on investment properties. And with the price correction and the low interest rates and the higher rents, you're seeing investors move back into this market, which will especially bolster the 1-bedroom market. That there was a lot of volume that was lost there, and some of that was due to the fact that a lot of those 1-bedroom owners might not have had enough equity to necessarily sell, but with the rising rates, the rising interest rentals, they were able to rent them out and not lose a lot of equity like they would have on the sale. And you're seeing that with investors now coming into the market, kind of scooping up some of those lower end rentals that are now starting to make break even at 25 to 30% down. This is today's hot topic. The good, the bad, the ugly. The good. At this time of the year, there's plenty of time to work on things. Weather gets a little colder, people don't feel like going outside as much. Good time to work on your resolutions and start the year off right on your goals. And even work on creating a set of goals. So you have time when maybe later in the year when it's nicer out, you won't have so much quote unquote free time. The bad. As I mentioned in the report, 1-bedroom volume is really down. This is the time of the year when volume for homes will be a little bit down. If you're a seller, you have about 6 more weeks before the spring market. So it can be quiet, and it's very temperamental on the market is temperamental on the weather. So that's the bad. And the ugly is the post-holiday hassle. It's colder. You feel bloated. You're like, okay, you just got out of the holidays. Now you're kind of working on your goals, and now what? It's like 2-3 weeks go by, and it's like, oh my God, there's still another like 90 days to winter. So that's ugly, but I have a solution for that. I have a great client party coming up here at the end of January, and I'm inviting all of my clients to this awesome party with food and drink and a live band and something to break out of the ugly. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today's bit of inspiration comes from Arthur Borman. His slogan is start, don't stop. I'm going to leave a link here to his video, which is very inspirational. And if this guy can do it, Anybody can do it, and that's kind of his message to people is start, don't stop. This has been the Brian Murray Show. Thanks for watching. I welcome your comments and your questions. Please, if you did find anything valuable, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all my social media, including themurraypropertygroup.com for all past episodes. Share it with a friend. And if there's anything that you disagree with in this episode, please reach out to me and I'll show you why you're wrong.